So apparently I've told you guys that it's dangerous to own these cars, and it's not just dangerous for you all out there that's watching us. It's apparently dangerous for even YouTubers that you watch on your phone and on your TVs. In the last week, two major YouTubers have had their Hellcat stolen. Boosted Lucky had his wide body Challenger Hellcat stolen out in Dallas, Texas, and Mr.Moparian, also another YouTuber in Dallas, Texas, had his wide body Hellcat Charger stolen as well. With Boosted's car, apparently they're moving his car from location to location because people keep finding it and sending him messages, and then the people who stole the car will move it again. Same thing with Mr. Moparian. It's bad out here. Everybody gets affected by this, not just you all, but us as well. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video for you guys. You can tell I'm in a car. That makes us a car blog. You know what's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So let's just go ahead and get into it, man. Sad news here. Mr. Moparian, Fort Worth, Texas. His Hellcat wide body Charger stolen. Boosted Lucky, I know you guys know him. Boosted Lucky, his wide body Hellcat Challenger stolen. And to my understanding, his Challenger Hellcat had the drag radios in the back, had the parachute, had it all back there. Like his was the legitimate, race car for real. Both of them stolen in Texas. And it looks like they were both stolen within almost a week and a half of one another. I'm not too sure how close Fort Worth, Texas is to Dallas, because it looks like Boosted's was stolen in Dallas and Mr. Moparian's was stolen in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm going to put up the screenshots here so that if you see something or know something, help those guys out. But I mean, that's crazy. It's one thing, and I'm not separating us from you all in any way, shape, form, or fashion, or putting us on any kind of pedestal, because that's simply not the case. But it's one thing when you hear about people's Hellcats and Scat Packs being stolen on the news, or maybe you know somebody that knows somebody. It's another thing when you start seeing big YouTubers, big reputable YouTubers having their cars stolen and then having to hear about it via social media. Both of these guys have posted that their cars were stolen on their Instagram pages, so they've got people looking for it. And the thing about Boosted's apparently is that when his car got stolen, his Challenger Hellcat got stolen, apparently people were seriously looking out for his car. In other words, they were spotting it from location to location, and that forced the thieves to keep moving his car. Because, normally what a thief will do is steal your shit and probably take it to a particular spot and either chop it, or they'll steal it and be out there joyriding with it. This video is sponsored by CarLock. CarLock is a car security device that I stand by and recommend for some extra security and peace of mind if you own a Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger. Check them out by clicking the link below in the description. Use code Knockout360 for an additional 10% off your Amazon purchase. And also use code Knockout360 for 14 extra free day trial. Let's get into the video. Well, apparently with his car, they wanted to steal it and probably go joyriding with it, and people kept spotting it and was basically hitting Boosted back and letting them know, hey, listen, I saw your car here, I saw it here, I saw it here. He's at this point offering a $5,000 bounty for whoever can help him find his Hellcat Challenger. And if you know anything about his channel, I haven't checked this channel in a minute, but back when I was watching it heavy, like his Hellcat Challenger is the piece of resistance. Like it's the centerpiece of his channel. Like that's what he does a lot of his racing, a lot of his content with. So, I mean, that's messing him up severely. And I mean, that goes for all of us as YouTubers. Like if something were to happen to my car, that would mess up my YouTube situation severely. With Mr. Moparian, I haven't seen his channel, but I'm pretty sure that his Hellcat wide body is, the centerpiece of his channel as well, which is messing him up. I mean, this just goes back to what I've always said, guys. Like, even everybody has to deal with this shit. The possibility of having their car stolen, broken into, whatever. Like, everyone deals with that. Not just you guys that watch us, not just, regular Joes or whatever the case may be. If you own a Hellcat, Charger, Challenger, Scat Pack, RT, anything. RT, a Ram TRX, Jeep Trackhawk. I just dropped a video about one of my homeboys that's got a kill switch on his Trackhawk, and apparently, I believe Boosted has a kill switch. Oh no, Mr. Moparian has a kill switch on his Charger, and that didn't stop him. So if they have time, they can sit there and they can work on it, you know. And apparently that's probably what happened here with this Hellcat from Mr. Moparian, is that they really wanted it. And they probably knew whose Hellcat it was. And it was one of those things like, let's just take our time, work on it, and we'll get it eventually. And his car was probably parked in such a place that, you know, they were able to break into it and just work on it for a minute, you know. I mean, listen, guys, before you go out and tint it out, decal it out, cut the pipes, make it loud, you have got to have some sort of security system in place. You guys already know how I'm rocking and who I'm rocking with. CarLock, obviously. We talked about it numerous times on this channel. I mean, you know, let's not act like we're unfamiliar to it. I mean, a lot of you guys have said, you know, there's delays and things of that sort. You got to take into account a couple things: your location, your GPS signal, the location of the car. If your car is under a damn, you know, parking deck or something of that sort, you've got levels and levels and levels of concrete that are stopping that signal from getting out. So it's not CarLock, it's just the location of the car. But at the end of the day, something is better than nothing. I've told you guys numerous times that this shit affects all of us. I mean, it's a good thing in the sense that, you know, these cars are desirable. It's a bad thing in the sense that these cars are desirable by people that don't want to fucking pay for them. They just want to steal them. They want to take them from you, you know. I've showed you the crazy stuff that a lot of the people that I know with these cars do in order to protect them. I mean, in that most recent video with the Trackhawk, my man's got a kill switch, he's got CarLock, and he's got an ARP. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things like, this is what we have to do in order to secure our cars and make sure that they're, you know, in the place that we park them when we park them. You know, when you park your car and you're locking it 5-6 times, like I have a bad habit of parking my car and hitting the lock button 2 or 3 times, you shouldn't look at your car and say, damn, this may be the last time I see my shit. And I've had people tell me that, like, they're just tired of the rigmarole that goes behind owning a Mopar. Like, you can't drive it to certain neighborhoods. You can't drive it at certain times of night. Normally, I wouldn't drive my Scat in the weather that we're in right now. We're having some sort of damn monsoon in Charlotte, North Carolina. Normally, I wouldn't drive my car in this weather, but I just felt like stretching it out because I haven't driven it in a couple days. But, you know, it's a damn shame that whenever you park your car, you could legitimately be seeing your car for the last time. Like, that's just how bad things are and have gotten in the community, that we've gotten to the point where every single time you park your car, and I'm sure you guys know this as well as I do, that there's a chance that you may never see that motherfucker again, right? Because you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who may just be in the wrong place at the wrong time, or at the wrong place at the right time and see your car and want to take it. I mean, it's crazy. It's bad in Charlotte. I mean, I've done videos on it, of the stuff that happens in my city, right around the corner from my city. It's wild. And unfortunately, 2 YouTubers right now, 2 very big prominent YouTubers in the Mopar game, in the car game period, but in the Mopar game specifically, are suffering now because both of their Hellcats have been stolen. I don't think this was a coordinated effort. It doesn't look like it. I mean, I don't know how close Fort Worth, Texas and Dallas is. As big as Texas is, I would imagine it's probably quite a while. So, I mean, I highly doubt that this was some sort of coordinated effort. But the fact that 2 major YouTubers had their Hellcats stolen within the last week is wild. If you go to their Instagram pages, it's the first thing on there. I haven't checked their YouTube channel, so I don't know if they've done a video about it, but it's crazy out there. It's sad that it is this way, but I mean, when I tell you all the stuff that I talk about on these videos, I practice myself. Like, don't for one second think that I push CarLock and I'm not using it my damn self. Like, I've told you guys, it's in here. You know what I'm saying? I've got the box. I've got it locked in. It's in here. One thing that I've been noticing here, and I've told you guys about this, Blackview. So Blackview has really been working really well. If you look in the rearview mirror, you see a little light. That light is my rear camera, but Blackview is dope because right now it's in parking mode, right? So in parking mode, its sensitivity is at its highest. So if I start shaking, you hear that? That's an event right there. So somebody tries to break into my car while my car is parked. That's an event. And I get a notification from that. That goes to my phone. And I can look at who is making the noise or whatever the case may be right from my phone. You know what I'm saying? Just like CarLock. So between Blackview, and I've told you guys, Blackview, use my code Knockout360 for Knockout360 for 10% off. Minimum of $29.99, free shipping for all orders over 200. So use my code for that discount. But I mean, between Blackview, CarLock, and then I got Uconnect as well. And I've got some other shit in the car that I don't talk about on videos, but like I've got almost $1,500 worth of bullshit in my car just to keep people from stealing it, you know? And it's a damn shame that it has to be that way, but that's just how it is, man. And like I said, it affects all of us. It affects me. It affects you. It affects these YouTubers that lost their Hellcat within a week. It's wild. But I mean, you know, unfortunately, that's the price of owning a Mopar, specifically a Scat or a Cat, which seems to be the two highest trims that people really want. But as always, guys, man, like I've told you, man, do whatever you can to protect your shit, man. Put it in the garage. Even if you find yourself not driving into certain neighborhoods, because there's certain neighborhoods in Charlotte that I wouldn't be caught dead in my Scat with. And I'll tell you that straight up. There are certain neighborhoods in Charlotte that I would not be caught dead, let alone riding around, you know, in my Scatium, you know. I simply would not. I just wouldn't put myself through that situation. You know, owning these cars will make you think about your living situation differently. And I say that to say, if you live in an apartment complex, or maybe you live in an apartment or in a complex in which your car is outside and you don't have either security or gates or something of that sort, you really might want to, I'm not going to say reconsider, but consider very seriously whether or not you want to own a Scat or a Cat. I mean, because it's not the if, it's almost the when. It's almost the when somebody's going to break into your shit and try to steal it. Every single person that I know that has a Scat or a Cat that lives in an apartment complex at some point or another has dealt with someone trying to break into their car, either just breaking into it for the sake of stealing some shit or breaking into it for the sake of actually trying to steal it, you know? These are the types of cars where it's like you really want to consider your home living arrangement before you purchase a car like this. Like, you know, I can't have my car just outside on the strip all day long, specifically me, because my car sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know of anybody in my city, in my state, let alone in North America. I've probably seen one or two, but I haven't seen many people with the stripe that I have on my car. Like, everybody knows that's me. And that's a good thing, and it's a bad thing. Good thing because you guys get to recognize me and you see that it's your boy. But it's a bad thing in the sense that you guys get to recognize me and see that it's your boy if you want to break into my shit or rob me or something like that, you know? And with YouTubers, these YouTubers that we're referring to, it's the same way. To my understanding, Boosted's car is straight black, but I mean, he's got the parachute on the back. He's got the drag radials on the back. Moparian, I think his shit is blacked out as well. And he's got some graphics and shit on the side of his car. So, you know, it's just one of those things, guys. When you buy these cars, there are other things, other accommodations that you really need to take into consideration before owning these cars, right? If you don't have a garage, or if you're not in a gated community or a community with security of something of that sort, this may not be the car for you right now, unless you really trust your neighborhood. If you trust your neighborhood, you trust the area, do as you please. But, you know, it's just one of them things, like it's almost like having a money truck just parked out in the open, and it clearly says money truck on the side of it. Like, you wouldn't have a money truck just parked anywhere. You would have it in a garage of some sort, or under supervision by security 24/7. That's essentially what these cars are. You know, they're money cars, you know, unfortunately. To these YouTubers that lost their cars, man, I hope these guys find them. Like I said, if you know something or see something, hit them up in the DMs. I'm going to put a video up, not a video, but I'll put the screenshot of their Instagram post so that, you know, you see what they're dealing with right now. And like I said, help them out if you possibly can. But for you guys out there, you guys need some sort of security, man. CarLock, I push it hard, or some other third-party security or whatever the case may be. But you need something. You can't be out here driving naked, because without something on your car, you're literally driving naked, you know? As always, like, subscribe, comment. It's been your boy Knockout360, man. Real bad news, bad day. But, you know, I got to bring it to you guys. See you the next one.